Good morning, my dear students. We are here for another Valenzuela live session on Mathematics 7. This time, quarter 1, week number 3. Before we start, make sure you have with you your learning packets, modules, and ballpens, for we will be solving a lot in this lesson. Be active and use our comment box as your way of sharing your answers. And lastly, let's have fun. We're learning mathematics. The lesson for today's live streaming is all about the absolute value and operation on integers. At the end of this live streaming session, you should be able to learn 3 competencies. Represent the absolute value of a number on a number line as a distance of a number from 0. Identify the absolute value of a number and performs fundamental operations on integers, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers. Let us discuss first the absolute value. Did you know that some sea creatures are found within a specific ocean zone? A graph here shows the position in hectometers of some sea creatures in different ocean zones. Let us assume that the 0 on our number line was at the sea level. Now, focus on the numbers that mark the creature's position on a vertical number line. Note that the distance from 0 to -1 is 1 unit. Let me introduce to you our first sea creature, which is the tuna. Now, what is the distance of the sea level from our first sea creature, which is tuna? Tuna was located at the -1 of our number line. So therefore, it is 1 unit from our 0. The answer is 1 hectometer. Great. Next, our next sea creature, which is the shrimp. Now, what is the distance of the shrimp from our sea level? It is located at -3 of our number line. So therefore, the distance of the shrimp from our sea level is 3 hectometers. Next, we have the swordfish. The swordfish was located at the -7 of our number line. Now, what is the distance of the swordfish from our sea level? The answer is 7 hectometers. And lastly, we have the giant squid. The giant squid was located at the -10 of our number line. The question is, what is the distance of the giant squid to our sea level? Great. The answer is 10 hectometers. In mathematics, distances from the reference point refer to the absolute value. This symbolizes by 2 vertical bars with the input number in the middle. Let us proceed to our first example, the absolute value of 3. It is written like this. In the set of real numbers, our reference point is 0. Therefore, the absolute value of a number is its distance from 0. We can conclude that the answer is also equal to 3. Now, to deepen your understandings about the concepts of absolute value, let us check it by using the number line. Again, we have our first example, which is the absolute value of 3. Now, using the number line below, let's start from 0. Let us move 3 steps going to what direction? Correct. Going to the right direction. 1, 2, and 3. And it stops here. Therefore, the answer for the absolute value of 3 is equal to 3. Again, 3 units from the 0. Another example. The absolute value of 5. It is written like this. Again, by the use of our number line below, we start from 0. Move 5 steps going to what direction? Correct. 5 steps going to the right direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it stops here. Therefore, the answer for the absolute value of 5 is equal to 5. Another example. This time, the absolute value of negative 2. It's written like this. Again, by the use of our number line, let's start with 0. Move 2 steps going to what direction? At this case, going to the left direction. So 1 and 2. And it stops here. So therefore, the absolute value of negative 2 is equal to 2. Again, it is the distance from 0. How about this one? Absolute value of negative 5. It is written like this. Again, by the use of our number line, we start from 0, move 5 steps going to the left direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it stops here. So therefore, the absolute value of negative 5 is equal to 5. Let us observe the following. We have the absolute value of 2 of negative 2 is equal to 2. And we have the absolute value of negative 5 is equal to 5. What are your observations? They are opposite. Since negative 2 is 2 units away from 0, we write as negative 2 is equal to 2. We can also write like an absolute value of negative 5 is equal to 5. And also, absolute value of 5 is equal to 5. Since the distances of the input numbers, negative 5 and 5 from 0 is also 5. Notice that negative 5 and 5 have equal absolute values. So we can call them opposites. The opposite of 5 is negative 5. And the opposite of negative 2 is positive 2. Opposites are two numbers have the same absolute value. Again, the opposites are two numbers with the same absolute value. To find the opposite of a number, just simply change the sign. Try this. What is the opposite of 12? Comment your answer. The answer is negative 12. How about this one? Negative 80 is the opposite of what number? The answer, positive 80. How about this one? The opposite of negative 1 million is positive 1 million. In summary, we say that the distance of a number from 0 is the absolute value of that number. It is always a non-negative number, since distances cannot be expressed in negative. We've also learned that opposites are two numbers that have the same absolute value. The absolute value of negative 5 is equal to 5. Absolute value of 5 is equal to 5. Therefore, 5 is equal to 5. You've learned how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide the counting numbers, decimals, and fractions during your elementary school years. These skills is readily applicable in our everyday tasks, even in other subject areas. Advanced skills in this lesson will help you cope up with high calculations that you will encounter in the next grade level. And I think we are now ready to proceed to our next topic, which is the operations on integers. I would like to introduce to you my friend, Amara. Knowing that people need face masks these days, Amara decided to make some for use. On day number 1, she made 5 pieces of face masks. On day 2, made 2 more pieces. On day 3, gave 2 pieces to her friend. On day 4, she made 3 more masks. And on day 5, donated 7 pieces to the barangay workers. How many masks are left at the end of the week? On day 1, made 5 pieces. Day 2, made 2. Day 3, gave 2. Day 4, made 3. Day 5, donated 7. Each activity on face mask can be represented by positive and negative number, as shown here. To find the numbers of remaining masks, add the number representations. Notice that the positive signs can be omitted, while the negative numbers are enclosed in parentheses. Just like this one. So therefore, we have our expression 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus negative 2 plus negative 7. All we need to do is to add all positive numbers and all negative numbers. So we have the result 10 plus negative 9. It is equal to 1. Thus, only one mask left at the end of the week. Let's proceed to our next topic, which is the addition of integers. By using the number line again, let us try to solve negative 1 plus negative 3. We start from 0 to negative 1. So we have our line segment here, representing the negative 1. Next, how about the negative 3? Just add another line segment from the end of the negative 1, which is negative 3. By tracing the whole line segment, we end at the negative 4. So therefore, negative 1 plus negative 3 is equal to negative 4. Another example. 5 plus negative 6. So again, from 0, let us trace the line segment from 0 to 5. And let's add negative 6. So therefore, we have our difference from the line segment. It stops from 1. So the answer is negative 1. The difference of 5 and negative 6. How about this one? Negative 3 plus 5. So by tracing on a number line, this is negative 3. From 0 to negative 3. And add 5. So we have our difference, which is 2. The difference of the two line segments. So therefore, negative 3 plus 5 is equal to 2. Using algebra tiles, we have white and yellow tiles. Let white tiles be equal to positive 1 and yellow tiles be equal to negative 1. Note, always remember that the addition of 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So therefore, it is identified as the 0 pairs. Again, the addition of 1 plus negative 1 is equal to 0. For the combination of the white tiles and then the yellow tiles is equal to 0. So therefore, it is identified as the 0 pairs. So let us solve this one, 5 plus 3, using the number tiles. So again, positive represent the white tiles. So first, we have 5. We need a 5 white tiles. Plus 3, add more 3 white tiles. So a total of 8 white tiles. So therefore, the answer for 5 plus 3, very basic, is equal to 8, positive 8. How about this one? 5 plus negative 3. 5 plus negative 3, 5 white tiles represent 5, positive 5, and add 3 yellow tiles represent negative 3. So at this case, we have the 0 pairs. And how many remains? 2 white tiles. So therefore, the answer is equal to 2. 5 plus negative 3 is equal to 2. How about this one? Negative 6 plus 8. So negative 6, we have 6 yellow tiles plus 8 white tiles. Again, we have our 0 pairs. How many remains? 2 white tiles. So therefore, negative 6 plus 8 is equal to positive 2. How about this one? Negative 6 plus negative 1. So we have 6 yellow tiles represent negative 6 plus another 1 yellow tile represent negative 1. So therefore, the total of these yellow tiles is equal to negative 7. Try this. Type your answers on the comment box below. Negative 3 plus 5. 5 seconds. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is 2. Good job. How about this one? Try this. Again, type your answers on the comment box below. Negative 4 plus negative 7. 5 seconds. Time is up. The correct answer is negative 11. Good job. What did you notice? To add integers of the same sign, just simply add their absolute values and attach their common sign. To add integers of a like sign, just subtract their absolute values and copy the sign of the integers with the larger absolute value. Let's proceed to our next topic, which is the subtraction of integers. Again, using the algebra tiles. So let us try to compute this one. 5 plus negative 3. Again, using the algebra tiles, positive numbers represent white tiles and negative numbers represent yellow tiles. So we need to have 5 white tiles for positive 5 and add 3 yellow tiles. So at this case, we have our 0 pairs. So all we need to do is to omit that. How many remains? But before that, how many remains? It is equal to 2. Okay. So, but before that, we notice that 5 plus negative 3 is also equal to this expression. 5 minus 3. Again, 5 plus negative 3 is also equal to 5 minus 3. And 5 minus 3 is also equal to 2. Another example. Using algebra tiles again. The negative 7 minus negative 4. Negative 7 minus negative 4 is also equal to negative 7 plus 4. So we need to have 7 yellow tiles, or 5, 6, and 7 yellow tiles, plus 4 white tiles. At this case, we have the 0 pairs. How many remains? We have 3 yellow tiles. So therefore, the answer is negative 3. Negative 7 minus negative 4 is negative 3. How about this one? 6 minus negative 4. 6 minus negative 4 is also equal to 6 plus 4. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white tiles plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 white tiles, a total of 10 white tiles. So therefore, we conclude that 6 minus negative 4 is equal to 10. Try this. Again, type your answers on the comment box below. 5 minus 8. 5 seconds. The correct answer is negative 3. How about this one? 6 minus negative 3. 5 seconds. The correct answer is 9. Good job. What did you notice? In subtracting integers, get the additive inverse or the opposite of the subtrahend. Then proceed to addition of integers. Let's proceed to the multiplication of integers. Let's say a person loses 50 calories for every 10-minute workout. During the quarantine period, you decided to do one set each day for 5 days. How many calories would you lose due to workout at the end of 5 days? Let's represent losing calories by a negative integer. Negative 50. Hence, the total number of the calories lost after 5 days is, we have negative 50 on day 1, negative 50 on day 2, negative 50 on day 3, negative 50 on day 4, and negative 50 on day 5. The total of negative 250 calories. Remember that multiplication is repeated addition. So again, the result for this one is negative 250. Since multiplication again is repeated addition, this equation is similar to 5 times negative 50, which is also the same result, negative 250. Here are the rules in multiplication of integers. To multiply integers, multiply their absolute values. If two integers are of like signs, the product is positive. If two integers are alike signs, the product is negative. Always remember that. The symbols we can use to denote multiplications are the following. We have the X sign, a dot, or a parenthesis. But to avoid confusions with the variable, we usually avoid using X signs as multiplication sign. Example, multiply 4 and 5. If two integers are like sign, the product is always positive. Again, our given is positive 4 times positive 5. They are both the same in sign, both positive. Again, the product is always positive. So therefore, the result for 4 times 5 is equal to 20. How about this one? Negative 3 times 6. To multiply integers, first multiply their absolute value. So we have the absolute value of negative 3 times the absolute value of 6. The result is 3 times 6. Again, remember the rule. If the two integers are unlike sign, we have negative 3 times positive 6. The product is always negative. The result for negative 3 times positive 6 is equal to negative 80. How about this one? 7 times negative 10. Again, multiply their absolute value first. So we have the absolute value of 7 times the absolute value of negative 10. We have 7 times 10. Again, remember the rule. If two integers are unlike sign, the product is always negative integers. We have 7 and negative 10. So therefore, the result is negative 70. How about this one? Negative 5 times negative 8. To multiply again the integers, multiply their absolute values. So we have the absolute value of negative 5 times the absolute value of negative 8. The result is 5 times 8. At this case, if two integers are like sign, the product is always positive. So therefore, the result for negative 5 times negative 8 is equal to positive 40. Try this. Again, type your answers in the comment section below. What is the answer for 5 times negative 5? Time is up. The correct answer for 5 times negative 5, is equal to negative 25. Unlike signs. How about this one? Negative 6 times negative 3. 5 seconds. Again, type your answers on the comment section below. The answer for negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. How about this one? Negative 1 times negative 4 times negative 3. 5 seconds. The answer is negative 12. Why? Because negative 1 times negative 4, the signs are both negative, the answer is positive 4. Positive 4 times negative 3, unlike signs, the result is negative 12. How about this one? Negative 1 times negative 4 times negative 3 times negative 2. 5 seconds. The answer is positive 24 because negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. Positive 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And negative 12 times negative 2 is equal to positive 24. Let's proceed to the division of integers. Here are the rules in division of integers. The rule is dividing integers. The rule in dividing integers is actually the same as multiplying integers. To divide integers, divide their absolute value first. If they have the same signs, the quotient must be a positive. If not, the quotient must be a negative integer. Example, find the quotient of 20 and 4. If they have the same sign, the quotient must be positive. Now, based upon our given, we have positive 20 and positive 4. Same signs. So therefore, 20 divided by 4 is equal to positive 5. How about this one? Find the quotient of negative 15 and negative 3. Negative 15 and negative 3. So negative 15 divided by 3, divide first their absolute value. So we have 15 divided by 3. If they have the same sign, negative 15 and negative 3, the quotient must be a positive integer. So therefore, the answer is 5. How about this one? Find the quotient of 300 and negative 10. 300 divided by negative 10. To divide integers, divide their absolute value first. So we have the 300 divided by positive 10. If they don't have the same sign, because our numerator is 300 and our denominator is negative 10, the quotient must be negative integer. So therefore, our answer is negative 30. How about this one? Find the quotient of negative 36 and 9. Negative 36 divided by 9. Again, to divide the integers, divide first their absolute value. We have 36 divided by 9. If they don't have the same sign, because our given is negative 36 and positive 9, the quotient must be negative integer. So therefore, the answer is negative 4. Another example. Find the quotient of negative 23 and 0. Again, negative 23 and 0. So we have negative 23 divided by 0. Any number divided by 0 is always undefined. Note, no integer that when multiplied by 0, the answer is non-zero. Again, any number divided by 0 is undefined. The symbol we use to denote divisions are this one. Try this. Again, comment your answer on the comment section below, or type your answer in the comment section below. 40 divided by negative 40. And like signs, 5 seconds. Time is up. The correct answer is negative 1. How about this one? Negative 100 divided by negative 10. Like signs. 5 seconds. The correct answer is positive 10. Very good. The following are the rules in performing the operation on integers. To add integer of the same sign, simply add their absolute values and affix their common sign. If the integers are unlike sign, subtract their absolute values and copy the sign of the integer with the greater absolute value. To subtract integers, translate this statement into addition statement, then apply the rules in addition. To multiply or divide the integers, multiply or divide first the absolute value. If there is an odd number of negative, example given, 1, 2, 3, 1 or 3 negative integers, 1 or 3 negative integers, the answer is negative number. If there is an even number of negative integers, none or 2 negative integers, the answer is always positive. I think we are ready for the question and answer portion of our live streaming today. If you have some questions, just leave it on the comment section below. I am waiting. Okay, so we have our first question. Sir, what if the numerator is 0? Is the answer also undefined? Okay, so based upon our given example earlier that any number divided by 0 is always undefined. But based upon on your question, 0 divided by any number except 0 is always 0. Again, 0 divided by any number is always 0. We are waiting for the second question. Okay. Sir, how can we identify the sign of the product? Okay. The product of two numbers with the same sign, like positive and negative, to multiply positive numbers, multiply first the absolute value. The result is positive. To multiply negative, multiply their absolute value again. And then the result is positive. If the two numbers are different in signs, multiply their indifferent in signs, multiply two numbers by getting first their absolute value, and then the product is negative. Again, multiplying negative different sign is the answer is always negative. Sir, how do we know if a quotient of two numbers is positive or negative? Okay, when we divide a positive number by negative, dividing positive to negative, the number is also negative. When we divide two negative number, the answer is positive. When we divide two positive number, the answer is positive. The rules is as simply the same with multiplying integers. So dividing the same sign, the answer is always positive. Dividing different sign, the answer is negative. I think we don't have any question. So for your weekly home learning task, answer try this and keep trying and on the flex your brain section. Yan. So lesson number 3 and lesson number 4. Again, the lesson number 3 and lesson number 4 of your for your weekly home learning task. And your for additional activity, just have an advanced reading about the properties of operations on the set of integers. Okay, again, have an advanced reading about the properties of operations on the set of integers. And that's all for today's live streaming session. I am Marshall Mameta of Mapulanlupa National High School. Good day and God bless.